Oh yeah, good point.
Okay, I went
could've
live
done
now.
that.
It's working. Or not live, it's recording.
But I did not.
But I will say it's nicer to just have the map and just be able
Yeah,
to see
well,
stuff.
and then I was telling Iser that about my plan to do that, but he was like, well, I just like narratively it makes sense, I guess, because it'd be more thematic. But why would you guys not be able to find a map in Barovia itself?
But the
Why is it
game
in the game
said,
that
here,
IBM
go
was
to Valaki.
the players had no map and they were constantly like, where the fuck are we? Like, where are we? Like, they're asking for directions. The commoners like 8 miles north. They're like, we don't know where north is. And then eventually they bought a map and compass, and then I gave them access to the map, and they're like, thank fuck. And then they looked at the path that they'd traveled and they were like, we were so fucking lost.
Yeah, maps definitely helpful. Like one of the one shots I tried running about everyone finding mirror shards. Like there's no map that the players get given, but it makes it so much easier once you get one to just so. But
Still
all right, is everyone ready?
finish that one.
Mm-hmm. We are.
All right, bring you guys to.
Sorry guys, I learned today how to use fantasy grounds, so that was interesting.
Hey,
nice.
congratulations.
So you guys currently find yourselves inside of the Burgomaster's mansion. But last session we ended. We started with you guys finding the Blood of the Vine Tavern, going inside, speaking to the barkeep. After asking him about Strahd, you gained the attention of a man that was inside of the tavern itself, and he came and spoke to you. He introduced himself as Ismark. When he did, he told you about his father's passing, and in doing so, you guys learned that he was the new burgomaster of Barovia. You asked him if he had anything to do with the Count's demise, which he said that he did not. He asked for your help in burying his father at the church, and spoke of his sister and Strahd's interest in her. So you spent some time headed to the Burgomaster's mansion itself. After finding the manor, you spoke with both Irina and Ismark, and you noticed Irina immediately had the same kind of 2 bite marks that Willa, the girl from the manor, had on her neck, and you could tell that she perhaps was also bitten by a vampire. With some help and some lifting from a few of you, as the Burgomaster was in a coffin, and I didn't require checks because I figured with all of you lifting it, it wouldn't have been too hard. But you were able to carry the coffin up to the church, where you met Father Donovich, and you could hear some strange screams coming from the basement of the church. After doing some snooping, as Ismark, Irina, and Donovich went outside to the sarcophagus that they were planning on laying the former Burgomaster into, you came across, after his detective work in finding the body and not breaking the lock, he just undid it, but you found Doru, who Father Donovich explained was, he didn't explain to you, but Ludwig found in his journal while snooping around that Doru was his son and had been with a group that decided to charge Ravenloft. And when coming back, he definitely was not right in his mind anymore. And that is why he was chained up, as he was hungering for flesh and blood. And then while standing there with some final prayers laid to rest, the Burgomaster is when the same black carriage that had brought you guys to Barovia had come onto the premises, and you couldn't see exactly who was inside except for a hand, but Rahadin came out to Irina, brought her some flowers, and spoke about how sorry the master was about his passing, but he extended a hand to Irina to come live with him. And in doing so, Ismark became furious, threw the flowers on the ground, and went charging at the black carriage. That is when the man in the carriage waved his hand, and Ismark dropped to the ground, crying and fearing for spiders that were crawling on his body. However, you guys could not see them. After some banter from him, he went back into the carriage and flicked his hand again before closing the door, and that is where some zombies rose up but these were not like ones you had faced before, as certain hits to them seemed to break off their limbs and they had the life of their own. You guys made quick work of them. Ludwig took the brunt of a lot of the damage in that fight, but after the zombies' defeat, you guys, with Ismark now rising up, made your way back to the manor, where you planned to rest for the night after, I forgot to mention, the March of the Dead, where you noticed some strange green lights rising up out of the cemetery of the church. You noticed a gnomish man, a owlin-esque creature, and what appeared to be a snake-like man with fangs and green skin. And you guys deduced that it was some of your former party members. But after heading back to the manor, ready for rest, that is when suddenly bursting in through all the barred windows were wolves. And after round of wolves came bursting in, some mysterious entity or force seemed to draw them away. And that is when Ismark pleaded and begged for you guys to bring Irina to Vallaki, as she believed the abbot would be able to keep her more safe. And that is where the session ended, as you guys find yourselves waking up the day after. It's about early morning, because you guys did go to bed pretty late, about 1:30. So you guys find yourselves just in the manor itself, and what would you guys like to do?
Question. During my downtime activities, can we say that my character gathered the materials required to cast Find Familiar?
So you needed coal. What were the other couple things you needed for that?
10 gold pieces worth of coal,
Okay.
incense, and herbs. All of them are consumed by the spell.
Yeah, I would say you'd be able to find some charcoal in the fireplace itself. The incense would have been around the coffin, as they were using it both as a spiritual thing for the past burgomaster, as well as just getting rid of the scent, as the body had been there a few days. And the herbs you'd be able to find just around the kind of garden front that this manor has. The only thing that I don't know if you'd have is a brass brazier for burning him in.
Oh, right. Yeah, I need that. Well,
But, I mean, we can bypass that. Because I know that you want your familiar, so I'll be cool with that.
I mean, I could shoot it out of the sky in 2 seconds. Oh, hey guys, I got food. Oh wait, disappeared.
okay, so I'll remove 10 gold pieces and
And when you cast it, you should be able to get your pseudo dragon if you want. What does everyone else do in the morning here?
it says hog, owl, or raven. I can have raven as my familiar.
Okay, I get what you mean. But yeah, as you guys are waking up, it's probably it's probably be about 9:30 in the morning here.
Does this place do breakfast or?
You can tell that the manor has seen better days. You can tell just given the size that there used to be servants, but definitely doesn't appear to be anymore.
Can I rummage around the kitchen for
Remove
a
one of my
makeshift breakfast?
I'd say so. They definitely would have something to eat here, but it's not going to be anything that's too delectable, just given the circumstances of things. But yeah, I'd say you'd be able to find some breakfast. And you find just some oats, some kind of a little bit bag of berries, and some water, and you're able to make yourself a bit of some oatmeal of sorts, or cereal. Because I guess oatmeal is generally just warm cereal.
What? Oatmeal is not warm cereal.
How is it not? How is it not warm cereal?
Because it's oats.
What is cereal?
The different grains, like your wheats and your ryes.
All right, semantics.
You're not going to trick me into having cereal and I can have oats.
Would
It's
you
like
rather have oatmeal?
porridge? Yeah.
Oh, I'd have oats every day if I could.
Hmm.
Top tier food.
All right. What is everyone else doing? in the
Raven will
morning?
come in with a bowl of oats and fruit and just snacking down and having a good time.
As
What
you
is
see,
everyone's what?
just what everyone else is going to be doing here in the morning. As you see, Ismark just helping Irina get some belongings together, kind of pacing about quickly, as he would rather her out sooner rather than later, especially after the events of last night.
I know Levistus doesn't hear. He only can like speak but not receive messages, but I'll still want to thank him for guidance and the power he has provided me.
All right.
I do look at it and
As
say, well, mine's better.
Iser, Inns, are you guys doing anything in the morning?
I'm just gonna be chilling. I mean, I'm still talking to my buddy, trying to like understand how we're gonna not die and look after each other. But yeah, no, I'm just having a morning conversation, teaching like, hey, I'm the one in charge, and you're the best. You're the best boy out there. Okay, better than dogs, better than cats. We're gonna rule this place.
Yeah, we'll do the
But that's
normal
it.
stuff in the morning. I will don my armor and sharpen the sword and head downstairs to speak with Ismark.
All right. What would you like to say to him?
So Ismark, why would you tell us where to go with your sister? Wouldn't it be really easy for Strahd to find out where she is just by capturing or torturing you?
Yes, but I think if she gets to Valaki, that his pull over the village there is not as big as it's the largest city in Barovia.
How far away is Valaki?
If you guys pull up the map, or I can pull it up for you. One moment. So you guys would know, just given our rules, depending on how you want to travel, that if you guys go slow, that's moving 2 hexes an hour or 16 per day. A normal pace is 3 hexes or 24 miles per day. Fast is 4 miles or 32 per day. That just given the way that things would shake out from where you are, following the trail, as you know that leading off into the woods would not be as good.
53 hours.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to get there.
That's just me guessing. Just guesstimating.
Where is Valaki? Holy shit.
53 hours is going to be 3 days because you have your 8-hour rests between your. Like, you can't just walk for 53 hours.
Yeah, so it's about 55 miles there.
Yeah.
And that's if there'd be no rough terrain, anything like that, speaking from out of game. Or things that hold you up or that you stop for.
You should be alright going 1 mile an hour.
That is quite
Slow and
far.
steady wins the race.
But I don't think we can travel more than 8 hours a day, or 8 hours a day. on
You
foot.
can't. Nope.
Speak for yourself.
So normal speed 4. So you need a short rest every 4 hours, or 12 miles, or you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Isn't it
You
a
go-
con save to push past the walking limit?
For 5 days.
No, not for 5. Like, each day that you push past the walking limit, I thought it was a con save to avoid exhaustion.
Each hour has the. Like, you travel for 8 hours and 1 hour extra of that. Wait, no, you travel for 4 hours. The 5th hour is a con
yeah.
save, then 6th hour is another con save, but it's increasingly harder.
Ah.
Yeah. True.
Until you rest.
And I know you weren't here for our short rest rules, or the exhaustion, but I trust you read the document, Raven, so I don't need to go over it with. I'll just send it again for everyone. Because we are doing a little bit modified on exhaustion because I think this is a little bit more enjoyable. So you would know that one level of exhaustion is a -1 to attack, save, skills, spell DCs, and lose 5 feet of movement per level. So level 2, you not only get -2 to attack, save, spells, skills, you lose 10 feet of movement and you don't have a reaction. At 3 levels, you can only take 1 action or bonus action, as well as -3 to all those things, -15 feet of movement. At 4, you can't concentrate, you can only make 1 attack, but that attack is made with a -4 to everything and -20 feet of movement. And at 5, you auto-fail all saves and vulnerable to all damage, as well as the aforementioned -5. And level 6 is still death.
Level 1 is not that bad, but it builds up.
Definitely.
Well, I
It
think
would.
we should-
I will talk to the current Burgomaster and tell him, isn't there any courage you can provide?
Well, first he'll answer, Iser. If you go at a normal pace, it will be a little bit over 2 days if you don't stop and just make your way straight there. But I worry about you guys being out on the road trying to rest. And as far as carriages go, he says to you, Icarus, there's not many in town that sell anything. The only shop we have is Bildre's Mercantile, and he sells many household goods. There is not much else here. The village is not what it once was, as I've heard tales of many years ago. We're not as big as Valaki, and we don't have such amenities.
But we know one kind of people that does have carriages.
Who would that be?
It would be the Vistani.
Yes, I've heard that they can be a fickle folk, at least from the few I've seen. It's rumored that those that own the tavern in town are Vistana themselves. But I have yet to encounter them outside of those in the tavern. But perhaps you can get one. You guys seemed interested in this pool on the way there. Maybe that woman, if she is not a witch as people say, maybe she can perhaps provide one to you.
Are they to be
We
trusted?
might as well try.
Well, I know that many are not, but the ones that I know that aren't to be trusted, they are usually in red, and they seem more arrogant and hostile in their ways. But the ones near the pool, they are said to wear blue and be a little bit kinder. I cannot attest to this. I've not met many, so I do not know. But Bildwraith, when I've gone to buy shops, I've heard Periwinkle. He speaks of these people. He seems to like this pool and the people that are there.
Do we have anything we can cover Irina up with, so not to arouse suspicion? I mean, they would know who she is, or if they don't, or they never. Has Irina ever met the Vistani?
She has met a few in her life, but not recently, except for the ones that come into town. We have a hood we can give her, but I worry even
That
still.
wouldn't go miss.
It would not, definitely. We have plenty here. It's more so these spies that I've heard Strahd have. I've done my research into the man, and he has such pull that I worry that something might even be watching from the mist, even with this hood to disguise her appearance. But it might be worth it. I mean, I'd take any risk.
No, give her hood. I can. Some of us might be able to fix that.
I greatly appreciate you even taking her, and I know it seems foolish to drag her across the land, but I know that the abbot, he will have better ideas than me, and I must look after Barovia, and with the attacks on the town, they're only going to get worse. I worry about the people.
What
are we
exactly
paying
makes you trust the abbot?
It was not necessarily me, but my father. He was very close with the man, as they almost grew up together in the land, and they were good friends and good allies, and he's always seemed like trustworthy people.
And if we do get to the abbey and, we have a look at the abbot and he gives us really bad vibes, is there somewhere else, a second location you'd like us to head to next?
I fear at that point that all hope may be lost, but I mean, I would say Kresk, but the tales say that that place burned down long ago. It might be worth it to try there, at least. But I do not. I've barely left Barovia in my time in the land. So I do not know of many places outside of what I've seen on the map and what I've read in tales.
Well, guys, we're not gonna find out anything until we get there, and I'm sure we can just take out anyone who wants to get in our way, or at least try to run away.
Agree. We should be heading out.
Are we paying a visit to the Vistani then?
I agree with that one. I don't know how you feel regarding this. I'd rather walk.
It's fine for me. I would like to pay a visit to the local store first of all.
I know that the abbey is a great man, the abbot, but the reason for Valaki is that it is said that his church is protected against evil. That is the tale I've heard from those that wander through here.
That sounds promising enough.
I thank you once again, and I have some gold I can give you to help with food and travel, as well as for helping bury my father, but it is not much, as I'm not sure what I will need for trying to rebuild the manor and run it by myself. As you see, we have no servants or workers anymore. And he hands Iser a gold pouch, or a little pouch that feels like there's gold in it. And I'm not gonna make you count it. There's about 100 gold in there. You can tell.
I would have loved it because you said it feels like there's gold in there. We check and it's just rocks. He's like, oh no, I didn't think you would have checked so soon.
I wanted you to wait at least until you left.
Whoops, that must be my bag of rocks. Let me go get my bag of rocks. It's upstairs. And then he just runs upstairs. We never see him again.
Before we head out, can I have a quick
Go ahead.
sorry for cutting you off. Go
No, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go for it.
Just clarification on locations here. So Kresk is burned down as well as Beres then?
Oh, I've got them. I misspoke.
Because Beres is the one with the abbey and the manor of
Yeah.
the Habsburg.
Yeah.
Okay.
I misspoke.
Yep.
I would like to head to the shop before heading out.
Okay.
To speak to Periwinkle that knows where the pond is. That is correct. We don't know where it is.
Exactly. Besides that, I also need some other materials.
All right, I'm gonna open up 2 maps. You guys let me know which one you like more. So I have this one, which is like a kind of isometric.
Ooh, very nice. 8 out of 10.
Well, and then there's this one. That kind of keeps with the theme of everything, but I don't like the colorway.
Boo! 4 out of 10.
All right, this one it is.
What?
I mean, I like both. The
Okay.
one is more immersive, the other is more thematic.
Okay. We'll stay with this one because the other town maps I have are in a similar style. But that
Okay.
way, at least you guys know where you are. So currently, you're down here. And just based on how you came in off the main road, you know that Bill Draith's is about right here. And that the tavern was up the street a little.
Yeah.
But you heard
I,
crying and tears coming off from
Yeah.
this general vicinity.
So if you'd carry on, I could go in and see how Mary and Willa is doing.
I would like to accompany you. We don't know if there's more crazy people in that house.
That's fair.
All right, so what would you guys like to do?
I'm heading with Isaac to the crying house.
Okay.
I don't know if the others are coming.
Is that an open invitation? Because
Yeah.
I don't think we should split up.
It's always best to split the party. That's D&D 101. Split the party. All right. So you guys can hear a moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sound seems to be flowing from a dark 2-story home. Pay no attention to the fact that it's nighttime. I thought perhaps you guys were going to do this last night.
Okay, I will approach the door and knock 3 times.
Okay. So you wait for a moment, and eventually somebody comes and opens the door up. And you see this kind of not decaying, but definitely an older woman. You can tell, just given the tears that have been flowing from her face, her skin's kind of a little bit pasty. You can see crow's feet on her. And she seems to just be beside herself as she almost doesn't even recognize you at the door. What do you want?
Greetings. We want to check on the situation. I believe we met your daughter.
And as you guys are standing there talking at the door, you see the same woman with the bite marks on her neck come up. And she says, It's good to see you guys again.
It's glad to see you made it safe here.
What can I help you with? As you see the mother is now just kind of beside herself, not really. She's definitely there, but she doesn't seem to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, for now, I just wanted to check in. I don't know if any of my companions have something to say.
Well, Raven was the one that spoke the most to her before she got freed.
I mean, I guess we're just here to, check in. How is everything? Are you fine here now?
I'm good, but my mom's seems to be a nervous wreck with Gertruda still gone.
Has she spoken to you?
Yes, my mother. Apparently, Gertruda was introduced to a noblewoman, Lady Karolova, as Gertruda was recently employed as the lady's servant.
Do you know
Where
where
is
that lady's house is?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
This lady, Karolova, It's quite odd to me that there's any nobles left. I thought Strahd killed all of them off after the war.
Hmm. I don't know about this, but unless no, you don't think that she's one of Strahd's?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she wasn't on the Habsburg side to give him the count position in Barovia. But it seems kind of odd regarding the books I've been reading up on that there's any nobles left at all.
Yes, and she was sending letters for a while, but we haven't received anything in a while.
Can we have a look of any of these letters? What do they say?
You can read through most of them. You can tell they're coming from a young girl. She writes that Lady Karolova is treating her well. She's serving drinks and cleaning up, keeping where she's at clean. And nothing in the letter indicates that anything was going on or was wrong or bad. But then eventually they stopped after about 3 or 4 letters.
How long ago was the last letter you received from Bertrilla?
Well, I mean, I've been in the manor, but based on what my mother said, it's been less than a month.
And you do not
Isn't
know
it-
where she lives? Or
I
which
don't.
town this is?
I can't get anything out of my mother unless it's tears.
That's very depressing.
I have this for you, and it was given to me a long time ago, and perhaps one of you could hold on to it, and if you run into her, you'd be willing to give it to her. As she hands you guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I will cast Eldritch Blast on the mother. Not just kidding.
Whoa.
As she hands you guys this doll.
Like for kids. Who wants a doll, guys?
And as she hands it to you, you notice that a frayed tagging on the kind of backside leg of this doll, it says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." This was given to me by my mom. She said that she had purchased it in Valaki many years ago.
I will take it and keep it. I don't know if it's a thing that you are to do your inventory.
Yeah, I can add it to your sheet. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
But if you give this to her and just let her know that me and Mom, we miss her dearly.
I'm sure she is fine, and if we run into her, we'll make sure to notify you both that she's safe.
Thank you. And you see the mother just go sit in her chair again, and you can see around her is just tissues and cloths, and some of these rags are just kind of dried up from the amount of tears that have been in them. You can tell that there's not much going on here. It doesn't look to be cleaned or kept up in a while, as this mother's just been beside herself, as even with the sight of one daughter returning, the other being gone, you can tell is still just weighing heavy on her soul. Well, I thank you very much for saving me, and even the hopes of finding Gertruda again it'd be great. As you can tell, my mom's not right.
Yeah. Well, we'll head out and see if we can find what happened to Gertruda.
Thank you.
And with that, I now want to go to the shop.
Okay.
I have a question for Aaron's companion. For like, what abilities does your companion have in terms of like as a creature? Like, can he track like a dog, or that's not in its.
He can do everything, and in all reality, but he can do. I mean, he can move around his own will during combat. I have to tell him what to do, though. He adds damage to my attacks, and that's it for now. He'll get better. I mean, I know he can get better. He's awesome. He's learning, but right now he can hit things and understand me. That's all he has to do right now.
But it's not like a
if
dog
I-
where you can get the doll to him and he can track a person in that. No.
Oh, it's a dragon. He's not a dog. He's better than him.
Oh, too bad we don't have
If I
access to a dog.
if I click the pseudo dragon, it
Look at
says I
Mr.
don't
Roulette
have
Wheel
enough-
over there, but they're familiar. They can get a dog.
What does it say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What does it say when you click it?
Oh, if I click the pseudo dragon, it says that I don't have sufficient permission to
Let
view.
me make
here.
sure. Here, owner over it. Oh, you're not. That's probably why. Try now.
Perfect. Hey.
All right. So you guys are headed back to Bildrace?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, unless you guys, I thought that was the plan.
I think
Yeah,
it's a great
let's head
plan.
over.
Okay. So after wandering through the town, you notice that there's not many town folk out as it's early in the morning, and many of the people here are not up yet. But you make it back in, and you see Bildrith has just opened up shop for the day. The sign's basically just turned to open, and he's standing behind the corner. Or not the corner, but the counter. Welcome back. What can I do for you?
I would like to purchase some more of your wares.
Sounds good. I didn't make the shop. Yeah, you should be able to see the shop.
I'm in it.
I can see it, but oh no, never mind. Yeah, I can click them. I thought they were kind of grayish, so I thought I couldn't click it, but yes, I can.
It's just the way that the folder looks once you open it, I think.
Okay.
Good purchase.
I will also take one of these. And a couple of these.
Thank you for your business. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, there is. Is it your son, the other person that lives in here?
That is my nephew, Periwimple.
Could we speak to him?
Perhaps. What is it about?
We want to know the exact location of the lake that he mentioned yesterday.
You know he is very simple-minded. He does not comprehend things as well as you or I. He would not know the exact place, but he knows of where to go.
Is it okay if we ask him to take us there?
I worry about him leaving as he's responsible in town for collecting deliveries and such. Most of the time I let him do such things after business has closed, but as we've just opened, I don't know if I want to let him run off with some strangers I have yet to know, especially ones that have threatened me at Sword Point. And he kind of looks over at Ludwig when he says that.
Well, the circumstances
Yeah, I
has
believe.
changed, right?
What circumstances are these?
Well, though you stole our gear and we purchased it back from you.
He didn't steal our gear. He just bought it.
Yeah, he just bought it from the people that stole it. I believe this person in front of us is totally innocent for our loss. I mean, your loss. I wasn't robbed, so.
I wasn't robbed either.
I meant no harm. I mean, this is a business. I buy things, I sell things. I'm not. Look at me. I am not a man that would rob or steal. And I definitely do not have the gold to hire those to do it.
Well,
We are aware of that, but um, would you ask for some compensation for the time of your nephew? I believe we won't take long anyway.
Hmm. It would be, I would say, for a day's work, and just given how much you seem to want him, I would charge 10 gold for such a thing.
I'm just gonna take Icarus
Man.
aside at this point.
What is it?
You do know we can just ask for the directions, right?
He just said that, yeah, but
It can't be that
the
far of a
shopkeeper
town.
explains that Periwinkle isn't that smart to give directions. He knows how to get there, but
Hmm.
as I understand, he is not able to explain how to get there.
You may
What
be
is it
correct.
you even want Periwinkle for?
We want to get to this lake, but we don't know where is it.
It is. I know he likes to go there, but it is a ways out of town. It's past the bridge, even past the crossroads, and up on a path that many do not walk on, as it's off the old trail.
Oh, it's not that close.
It is not. He's only been there a few times, but he loves it, as he does not understand how harsh and bitter the world is. And it is the closest water we have to us outside of the river that runs under the bridge.
Wait, do we have the gold to pay 10 gold just to get the guy and go on?
Hmm. We do.
Oh yeah, let's just do it.
Well, I'm gonna pull you guys back to the map, and I would say, just based on what he told you, that it seems like, just looking at the map, you can tell that this is the bridge, and the dots that Raven was speaking about earlier has to be the trail that leads off the road, that leads to the pool. Yep.
Yeah.
This would have to be the pool that he's speaking of.
But would we be able to make our way there?
Like you guys?
Would we?
Like recognize the path and then like in character, would our party know how to get there?
I would say so. I mean, it's basically a straight shot. This is the old Slavish road. And based on what Bildreth just told you, that it is a used trail, but it's definitely not on the main road. And it's not, the road's not as well defined or built up as the actual main path itself. So, yeah, you guys would know how to get there. But it would take a little bit of travel.
Well,
Because
guys,
I think when I was checking earlier, it's about 12 miles to even get to the trail, and then about another 15 to get to the pool.
guys, 2 days is gonna go by like a blink in time.
I mean, you guys could get there in one day. You would just have to take a couple short rests in between. Because if you guys even travel normal, you can go 24 miles a day.
Well, it just happens. We have
Even
boats.
if you... Oh, sorry, go ahead. I do not sell boats here.
Hmm.
We have no need for it. As he kind of gestures around, we have no water in this town, and many are afraid to leave the city's gates and the walls that are predefined, as they are afraid of the mist and the creatures and what manners of evil may lie outside of here.
Which is another question, actually. What kind of evils may lie beyond the town walls?
From what I've heard, any sort of creature you can think of. I've heard of wolves that walk on their hind legs. I've heard of giant boars and beasts, and I've heard of skeletons and bodies coming back to life. All natures of evil, things I have not seen and I do not wish to see.
Well, regardless of which action we do take, it's still gonna be on the same way. Because we are heading out of town.
I'd say we take a detour and visit this lake.
All right.
I certainly agree.
So this time where you guys are doing these couple little errands in town, do you guys have Irina with you, or are you guys going back to get her before you decide to head out?
I'd say she was around because we were on our way to get out of town.
Okay.
I possibly wouldn't have taken her into the store. Then again, who stands outside with
With Ludwig.
yeah, with a good one, very good one, nice one. He wasn't welcome in the store anyway, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a solid point. All right. So where would you guys like to head next?
Up to the trail.
Okay. So I'd say after getting all your belongings together, is there anything else you guys would like to do in town?
I need to buy some arrows.
Okay, you're SOL, but I will say, who of the people that died would have had arrows?
If it's
I don't-
arrows you need, I could lend you 5.
I can't give it back to you.
I would say, Inns, that, because the gnome Fulgar would have had some arrows based on what was robbed from him. There was 20
his
arrows.
gear is still
from-
there in the shop. No one purchased it.
Oh, I mean, I don't need. I mean, I know I'm gonna run out eventually, and we're gonna go on a 2-day travel. So I have a short sword. So okay, but I'll take his 20 arrows.
You're able
Okay.
to get half the arrows back by searching after combat. I think we decided on.
Yeah, that's actually just raw.
All right, cool. Well, I got more arrows. I'll be good for a week or so.
Okay. So, you guys headed out.
Mhm.
Okay. So after you guys set off from Barovia, you're making your way west out of town. You can feel the air, and it's a little bit damp. The fog is definitely still prevalent, but the sun's shining down as much as it can. It's still dark. It's almost like an eclipse over the land, this fog itself, as you make your way out and set foot. It would take you guys about 4 miles before you get to this bridge that we're spoken of. So, I'll bring you to the map for that. But it would be, how disappointing. He's not going to be here for it. But once you guys get there, that would be a point to take a short rest because it's every 4 miles.
Yep. We
As
don't
you guys
want to accumulate exhaustion.
travel here, and you eventually, an old stone bridge stretches into the fog. The river beneath is slow, cold, and dark. On the far side of the bridge, the road weaves into a dark forest deeper into the fog. As you approach the bridge, you feel a sense of unease and foreboding, as if the very stones are warning you to turn back. The bridge seems to have stood for centuries, perhaps even 1,000 years, and it has helped many travelers and adventurers cross the river, but you can't help but wonder about their fates and how many have returned. And And as you guys get there, you glimpse a small creature, not even a foot tall, near the riverbank by the bridge. The creature is a round little man with a pointed hat, a sad look on his face. He has noticed you and is picking small white flowers along the riverbank. He pauses to sniff one of the small flowers, and his sad little face lights up with a smile. He carefully places a flower in his basket, then freezes and slowly turns towards you. His smile turns to fear. He scampers off under the bridge out of sight.
Oh, we scared that thing.
It knew to run.
Who amongst us feels like they're the most capable of unscaring that tiny thing?
Unscaring? I'm good at it. If me treat like an animal, I'm good with animals.
That's a man picking flowers.
A dumb animal.
I don't think I'm good dealing with people.
I'm decent with people. I got a +2 to persuasion.
What the fuck is that +2 to persuasion?
Go ahead, Ems.
I am better at talking to
These
people than the
strange
average
words.
man by 20%.
Oh, well, you make it statistic. Sounds more efficient.
Statistically, I would say I am 7 above the average person.
What do you mean 7? What factors are you using for 7?
You said you're 2 above the average person.
20%. 20%. That's a measurable constant.
So 70%.
I'll walk over to the guy and say, buddy, what's going on? I got a dog. You want to pet it?
So as you're looking under the bridge, you notice this weird alcove behind one of the stones. It seems to be a little home, as there's a little window and a stone-ish door.
I will ask my pseudo dragon to check if there's anything unusual.
Okay. So you see that he... Oh, sorry.
His keen senses. He has advantage on perception.
Okay.
If you want me to roll.
Okay. Thank you. So I would say I'm not going to make you roll for this, as the door is ajar, as he was frightened. But you noticed this smallish gnomish man sitting on the bed, clutching a basket of flowers, and he seems frightened and sad. Hello? And I'm going to just tell you guys this, because I can't do the voice justice, but I want you guys, when I'm speaking, to just imagine this actor's voice. And
I know already who it is.
I'm
Danny
so
DeVito.
bummed he's
Finally,
not here,
it's-
because that's the one that he wanted.
Finally, it
to
is the
get.
one that he couldn't name. Danny DeVito. Jesus Christ.
Give it to Raven. But when I speak, I just want you to imagine his voice. I can't do it justice.
Okay.
Are you guys saying anything to him, or are you just looking at him? Or...
I'm saying, buddy, hey. Oh my gosh, it's Johnny DeVito. Giant, is it? Am I saying it?
Danny.
Oh,
No,
Danny DeVito.
Danny, thank you.
I said, hey, buddy, what you doing out here?
My name is Winkle, and I once lived in the woods near here. But when the mist
Also-
came, so did the darkness.
I'm also like sitting down because like I'm still taller than him, I bet, if I sit down. So I'm like,
Okay.
hey, we're here just crossing through, seeing the sights, having nightmares, and we're just trying to find our way past to Valacia. I'm sucking with names right now.
Valaki.
We're headed to Valaki. Oh, I got
Valaki.
most of the letters right. We're headed to Valaki. We're trying to make sure we get there on time. As you see, so any tips on like the best on the things to avoid and the things to go to?
I've been living here for years. I don't leave. I'm all that's left of my people, and I live under the bridge. I pick
Wait.
beautiful flowers that grow along the riverbank. The flowers are magical and remind me of fonder days. When the darkness comes, I return to my home here under the bridge and keep to myself. I don't want any trouble.
We don't
Wait,
need
what
that.
happened to your people?
They were killed off.
By whom?
Let me read this thing real
I'm
quick.
casting Divine Sense.
Okay. You don't detect anything.
So he's not a Fae.
No.
Yeah.
Well, many of our people, I'm not sure if you know the story, but we were good allies of the Forest Fae. And once the prince learned of this, he took us out. He killed all of us. I'm the last of my people that I know of.
Well, this guy has such a depressing life, guys.
Would it bring you some comfort if we purchased some of your flowers that you harvest?
I'd be better with an arrow to the head.
I can give them to you. I can.
Sure, that's close enough.
I am
show
not
you how
trusting
to-
random flowers. Can I do like a nature check to see if this is gonna poison us?
Yeah, go for it.
Hell no, I just gotta trust. Hey, take the flower I got, buddy. Nature. Oh, I don't know what. Sorry, I clicked.
Oh my
twice.
lord,
Take
why
the
is the
first
dice
one.
so big on the screen?
13.
Okay. I would say, just given how old you are, based on tales and books you read, that you know that these white flowers that he's holding are known as tesser flowers. And if you take a smell of it, you can kind of get this aroma based on the ones that he's carrying, but they seem to fill you with happiness, and you get brought back to a time of one of your happiest moments in life.
I smell them, and I don't recall any memory.
It's the saddest thing I've heard during this whole campaign. You have no happy memories at all with Icarus?
Well, I believe if Icarus smelled them, he would be taken back to a library or something.
Okay.
In exchange for these lovely flowers you've gifted us, I will gift you a scented candle, and I'm going to give him one of my 3 candles.
Oh, sweet.
This
He says-
is like a flea market.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't even know what this thing does. I've not seen something like this.
Have
You know what
you
fire is?
discovered fire?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you just put a teeny tiny bit of fire here, and I rub the wick with 2 fingers.
Okay.
And once you've put a tiny bit of fire there, it will burn gently and smell nice.
Thank you. You can see that looking inside this little room he has, it's basically just his bed's made of mud and leaves and other bits of nature, and there's almost no materialistic things. Everything he has in there is made out of the land itself. Hence why he wouldn't really know what this is. But yeah, these flowers, they make a great tea. I can show you how to make it.
Yeah, we're planning to rest for an hour anyways. Let's just... I mean, we can't come inside for tea, but we'll get comfortable out here.
Yeah, you guys could see, I don't know if I said it, but the room seems just over 6 square feet.
Oh, I'll come in for tea then.
So it's pretty damn small. Well, with him in it, he's about a foot tall.
Raymond's 5 foot tall, so those 2 creatures could squeeze in.
Okay. All right. So he begins going to... He crams around Raven and gets to his little makeshift kitchen and starts grinding up some of these flowers. And you see him throw about 5 into this little mortar and pestle and begins grinding up the bulbs and taking the stems off and just dissecting it into this cup of water. And then see him light this kind of makeshift little campfire he's got outside that's around some of these stones of the bridge that had fallen off over time, and begins boiling up some water from the river itself. And he pours the tea over, or not the tea, he pours the water over this glass now that's got these bits of bulb and the flower itself, and he hands you it and says, "Any takers?" as he takes a drink for himself first.
Okay, I'll have some tea.
Okay.
Be a dick move to be like, yeah, we'll come in for tea, and then everyone's like, no, we're not having the tea, and leave.
I pass.
Well,
He's
I've had
such a
bad
nice
experiences
boy.
with accepting things in Barovia, so I pass as well. But I do have some questions for you.
Okay. Raven, as you take a drink from it, you feel yourself just overwhelmed with this calmness, and your emotions just feel at ease you guys haven't been affected by it yet, but you can tell that this tea seems to almost provide the effects that calm emotions would.
Nice.
So you, big fella, what questions you got for me? I wish I could talk like Danny DeVito so bad, dude. That would be so cool.
So when you say you were a friend of the Fae, the Forest Fae,
I was
What-
friends. We were friends with them. My people were.
what happens to them?
They were killed. Some prince came in. The people around here call him the devil, and he killed off what was remaining of them. He didn't like how they messed with his power.
I've read up on a rumor here that the ones that did get away are hiding among humans in Vallaki.
There's more of us, or at least the Fae.
Well, this is a children's story, so I wouldn't know if there's more of them, but that's what I heard. But then you must truly know of a green gem that they had.
I know of it. Yeah, it was what many of us used. It was a big source of where we drew our power from.
Interesting. I've heard that it was entrusted to the were-ravens, but I don't know what a were-raven is.
They're good people. They're trustworthy. They helped us.
So where can you find these were-ravens?
The last I heard, there was some. They're more strewn about. They can go wherever with the flying. But I heard tales that somewhere in Vallaki, there was a couple more that were in the village of Barovia, but that was hundreds of years ago. There was even some down in Kresk, but I don't know. These are all old tales. It was a couple hundred years ago when this all happened and went down. When many of my family were killed, and I went running, and this is where I ended up, and I've been here ever since.
And you are the last of your people.
Yes, and I have no idea what came of the Forest Fae or...
Where is
thank
the
you.
forest where they used to reside?
Where did they used to reside? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Well, we were all over. I mean, we lived in harmony with the other Fae, and we're the reason for all the life that was around here as I helped out where I could. But I know that predominantly... Pull up the map, make sure I don't fuck up the name. Predominantly... Oh, Un momento.
Mhm.
This map is goofy. Throw me for a loop here. Get that out of my face. He says that it was somewhere far west. That's initially what you gather. But yeah, we had a monolith up near an old windmill. And that's mainly where our gatherings were. But like I said, we were all over.
Well, thank you so much, Winkle, for helping us out, or just figuring some stuff out while we're in this strange land to us.
Well, thank you. I haven't met such nice people in a long time. Or many people, for that matter.
I don't think you're gonna meet many more nice people though.
Yeah, that seems
So
to be
don't
how
trust
the land's been. Well, I've been here for over couple hundred years, and If you don't trust anyone, it's a sad, hopeless life. There's still good in this world. You just gotta know where to find it. You seem like good people, at least good enough.
To restore good, evil has to be vanquished. Has to be vanquished.
Well, this is strong evil that you're speaking of in this land. To get rid of a whole race of people that have been around for centuries, that definitely takes some strong power.
Fight power with power.
Well, if you find any more of these white flowers lying about, you know how to make the tea now.
It is
Is there
very
any-
useful information.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Thank you for your time, old chap.
Of course. Well, what else would you guys like to do during this short rest? As I say, that probably took about a half hour.
Would we have known the effect of the flowers, or the only one that knows the effect of flowers is Raven?
And well, Raven could explain it to you, but yeah, Raven would be the only one that knew, just based on how he took the drink of it.
I think given that you've now traveled with Raven for like 2 to 3 days, you're aware that they have a baseline of just agitation. Like every time there's a weird noise, they glance over out of fear. You know, they've had 3 parties killed on them now, give or take. They're pretty jumpy, and they seem completely chilled out by this tea. They're completely, absolutely relaxed.
Seems that drink made you relaxed, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, reminds me of home, I guess.
Where is home to you?
A place that I haven't been in a long, long time. Made some enemies, didn't work out, so I left. And then, you know, me and my group, we ended up here, and that's kind of been taken priority of my mind ever since we've rocked up here. I do hope that maybe they're fine, but I have very, very low expectations that they're actually fine.
Where is home to you, Iser?
To me?
Mm-hmm.
Or to whom did you say?
Yeah, to you, Iser.
I come from a village in Cormyr, by the coast of the Sea of the Fallen Stars. So it's quite a bit away for traveling after I had this dream to call us to Barovia. But yeah, not many good memories left.
A dream that calls to us all.
Hmm. What about you, Icarus? Whereabouts are you from?
Somewhere in the Sword Coast, there is a mountain chain where a temple takes hold, but I don't belong there anymore.
We're quite the bunch of people, aren't we?
You think this place is a punishment? Because it sounds like we're a right bunch of cunts, and that, you know, we got put here.
Hey, speak for yourself. I am an amazing person.
Aren't you the evil wizard?
I am not an evil wizard.
That's
I
Icarus.
mean, you look like an evil wizard, and you cackle like an evil wizard.
But I have a dragon as my ally.
A pseudo dragon.
I'm like a knight.
That's
Wait,
wrong
I
pseudo
am
evil.
the one with the student dragon.
This is Drake Warden, so it's like
And I am the evil wizard.
don't worry. He'll realize soon that I am the knight, the dragon knight.
Mom asked me to do a bit of a thing, so is it a good time to take a vial break?
Yeah, we could take it now. I was gonna wait like 10 minutes, but yeah, this is a good spot and come back after this short rest. And
Right, I'll be right back.
okay.
Second. Yep, back. Is it still Herbo?
Yeah. I'm gonna send you. Did you get that? It's just in chat on Foundry.
Oh, yeah. Give me a sec. Oh.
Your fucking face at that was perfect.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. What the hell's going on?
Man, I'm actually really bummed that Ludwig missed out on Danny DeVito because that's about the only one that he was excited to see.
But Aaron was faster than me again, yeah?
It was Raven this time.
Was it? Huh, dang.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pretty upset when he dies.
Who?
Danny DeVito.
He almost died right
Why
now.
would he
His
die?
life
He's
is
been
impressive.
around for 100 years under this
Yeah,
bridge. Why would
he's
he
pretty.
die now?
I mean the actor.
Oh, why would he
'Cause
die? He's healthy.
He's pretty old. He's pretty old
And
now.
he's fine.
He's like 80.
He doesn't have any weight or heart issues.
He's 78.
He's gonna have arrow to the head issues.
Did you add inspiration? Right?
I don't actually know where I would put.
Press C, then press the dice that's on the top. Let me see where it's at.
Yeah, it's just right next to the D&D Beyond importer.
Yeah.
It's in your character portrait. There's a
Yeah, but
Board of-
I've already got one, so I don't know where I'd put the
Oh.
second.
well, if
Oh,
you
you
you can only have one at a time. I'd let you give it to somebody else if you want.
I'll donate it to whoever was second then.
It would have been Iser.
I would have to pick up the recording.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went down.
I think I was talking while Aaron was talking, because I wouldn't got the name until like my brain doesn't work that way. I can tell what movies he's in.
Hilda.
I'm the same as you. My brain goes to the characters they've played, but thankfully the character that he plays is Danny DeVito.
Oh.
Let's
To
say
me, it's-
That's
Philadelphia.
pretty true. He always. Well, that's not.
No, he has great range, but in most of what he's in,
Twins
it's like
is
that
what I
comedy
think
role
with
as
Arnold
himself.
Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Twins is
going,
a good one too.
I'm going back on the stream.
He's been on a bunch of things.
We'll see.
So did we all get to pick an actor that we're really looking forward to, and then the DM has to use that actor for an NPC token?
No, I think we're just
We should.
off the actors you've mentioned.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. Okay, one moment. Trying to figure out the order. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. It was Raven and then Iser. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. So, what would you guys like to do now after taking this short rest?
Carry on our wayward
go.
way along the road.
Carry on my wayward son. Okay. So, after about another, because I think it was another 4 miles to the next crossroad, next part in the road, essentially. Yeah, it's a little bit over 4, about 5 miles. We can. You guys just took a short rest. We'll skip that second one, but eventually, after traveling for a while, you come across this what appears to be some sort of fork in the road. The crossroads is a desolate and eerie place, surrounded by a dense fog that obscures everything in its grasp. In the distance is the faint sound of creaking wood, and a chill wind blows through the air. To one side of the crossroads is the towering frame of a gallows silhouetted against the fog. Across from the gallows is a graveyard where headstones jut up from the fog like gnarled fingers. The graves are old and overgrown, and a sense of dread and decay hangs in the air. Your tension is broken by the loud call of a crow on the signpost in the center of the crossroads. The faded sign points northwest to a footpath that reads Tesser Pool. The other side points west along the muddy road and reads Tesser Falls.
This place is eerie. And
That whole
the
place has been
scene that
eerie.
is depicted in here,
What?
whole scene that is depicted in here,
But you'd also notice that up on the gallows itself, you can hear, "Hang her! Hang the witch!
Yeah, let's go check
Hang
it
her!"
out.
Oh shit, that sounds like a witch hunt.
I go head up to the hanging.
And you can see that gathered around this woman as they kind of have her propped up there. You hear the somber murmur of voices. A small group of villagers have gathered in the fog around the gallows. A young woman, her hands bound, bears a look of fear on her face. The young woman stumbles and struggles as 2 villagers drag her towards her fate. They place a noose around her neck. The torches cast a flickering light on the horrible scene. The gallows loom out of the darkness, a stark reminder of the harsh justice of Barovia. The villagers are somber, their faces grim and determined. And you hear them crowd again, "Hang her!
No.
A figure stands next to the young woman atop the gallows and raises his hand to quiet the onlookers. Celia has conspired with the forbidden darkness. For her treachery and to prove our loyalty to our Lord, she must be punished. Let this be a lesson and solemn reminder not to conspire against the Lord of Barovia. She must
Hold
die
it.
so we may live.
Yeah, I want to say stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna yet hold it.
All right. And as you do, this larger man in the center kind of stands up. What do you want?
There has
why
been a
should-
huge
I'm curious.
misunderstanding here.
No. We don't know that. We don't know that yet. We're just trying to find out why is she being hanged.
She's been dealing in dark arts. She deals with strange potions and some weird magic seems to be coming from it.
But has she hurt
There
anybody?
has been a huge misunderstanding here.
How so?
You got the wrong person.
No, this is the
Hey,
right
too.
person.
Like, what do you mean the
How-
other wrong person?
How are you so sure about that?
Because she lives in our village. She's been dabbling in these strange things. She gathers these herbs. She mixes potions. It's the making of a witch. She reads strange books.
What
she
if
does
I
not dress
tell
like
you?
us.
What if I tell you the witch you're looking for has disguised as this person to hide her true identity, and you got an innocent woman?
Roll me a persuasion.
It's a deception. We don't know who
That's
the
what
heck
they
the
have to
person
Or
do.
is.
deception, yeah, what the fuck?
Like,
Deceiver.
just got here. Like, what kind of?
Oh
fucking
my
yeah.
god.
Holy shit!
That doesn't mean it succeeds, but yeah.
How can you be so certain?
Because I
What?
have
How
tracked
can you
the
argue with
actual
that?
witch.
Cause
Because
I was genuinely expecting something like, because that's my daughter, and then everyone's like, oh, but no, it's just because.
The resemblance is uncanny.
because I have tracked the actual witch. I know where she is.
where is she?
I'm gonna enjoy watching this.
She's in a hidden cabin in the woods.
In what direction? And we'll take this witch on.
Okay, if this where is the arrows pointing at again?
The arrows. So as you guys got to the crossroads, one went off to the right, one went off to the left. The sign pointing to the right said Tesser Pools. The one that headed off towards the left said Tesser Falls.
If you head
Once
to
he's
Tesser Falls,
distraction, can I sneak up to, like, is anyone on the gallows? I imagine everyone's paying attention to him causing a scene, right? Is anyone on the gallows with her?
So currently on the gallows, like standing up here, is you got this larger villager. You have one next to him helping them put up the woman. So it's just these three. The others are kind of bystanders.
And is she like up on the stool with the noose on yet, or are they just like holding her on the stage?
They have it around her neck, but they've yet to tighten it, and you can see the lever next to it. It seems like it's ready to be pulled.
I want to sneak around the back of the gallows and try and get into a position that I could do something useful.
Okay. Roll me
later.
a stealth check. And what were you going to do, Icarus?
while Raven is sneaking around, I will say, if you take the road to Tesser Falls, 2 miles down, you take a detour to the west. Inside of those trees, you will soon find a cabin. There is the witch's residence.
And why should I trust you? As he looks at Raven prancing around the corner.
Wait, so in the middle of an argument, he's using his action to do a search. What the fuck?
Well, you can talk and do an
We're not in
action.
combat right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
question.
show you. What's up?
There's a crowd here as well, right?
Yeah, but they seem to be a lot like the villagers that you saw in Barovia.
Wait, I got a better idea. I'm gonna say, hey, the lady we're taking with us. Hey, do we have time for a detour, or like do you know her?
I'd prefer you save this woman. I'd rather there be no more bloodshed than needed.
Alright. I'm gonna yell at the chick. Hey, are you an evil witch? We already have a wizard.
No, I'm a herbalist. I collect flowers. I grind them into potions.
I knew an herbalist once. She dealt with stuff like that. She got paid for it though.
That's great. I don't know how that helps me.
Doesn't. But okay, I guess she's not bad.
She genuinely doesn't seem that she's about to get hanged.
No, I think she's just resigned to death from a bunch of idiots.
What just happened?
Oh,
What did the lights change?
I clicked stuff that I shouldn't.
Oh.
No, I wasn't meaning. Okay, no, wasn't
That
mean.
was weird. Okay. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Why don't we just kill him? can just go on.
He asked, "Why should I trust you?" Then I'm gonna pull out from my inventory the doll, I
Just
guess.
like, oh, there's got to be something in it.
The doll is
All
your.
the villagers looking on like, oh.
I pull out the doll and say, "This doll is used by the witch. I took it from her cabin. It is used to charm people."
Bro, you're gonna get hung for witchcraft as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Like, so did you kill the witch? How did you end up with it? Is what I'm thinking out of character. You know. How'd you
I'm
end
a
up?
witch hunter.
Guys, this is when a plan goes further than what someone thought it would get to. Okay, because like I didn't think we get this far, and here we are.
Well,
I would
I
be like,
suppose.
wait, can we pay
Alright.
for the lady and take her with us?
How much you offering?
I offer you not an arrow in your leg and 5 gold.
Okay, make you roll an intimidation. He's still pretty enamored by the deception. He still thinks that there's a witch out in the woods. But now, with the doll, he's... I don't know. So, goofy.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, I meant to do intimidation, but it's the same roll anyways, so it's still
Okay.
bad.
Well, if this woman's an imposter, as you say, we will...
Wait, did we turn off the... No, sorry, never mind. Sorry, continue.
We'll head west and hunt this witch down. But it's your job to get this woman down.
Oh, cool.
And you see him head off. You see him head off. The villagers seem to be a little bit hesitant. As now they don't know if they can trust this guy.
I'm gonna say, hey, buddy,
Maybe.
just cut her down from behind. You got it.
Yeah, Raven, you're
Alright,
still
I'm
standing
gonna-
there, but he did notice you.
Yeah, now that he's waltzed off and the villagers are unsure what to do and like half have left and half have stayed, I'll get up on top of the gallows and I'll... you don't have to cut her down because she's not tied yet, so I'll just remove the noose and help her step down from the stool.
Okay. Her hands are bound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna leave him like that because we don't know
Okay.
if she's a witch.
All right.
What?
What?
These are herbalists. I'm
That's what
gonna
she
walk
said.
up to.
She's not gonna go.
I'm gonna walk up and cut the rope off her hands. Guys, we leave the kid stuck in the basement because he wants to, but we don't untie the lady when she asks. We have a very weird conflicting rules on who we help.
Okay, now that everyone is gone, can you tell me what is going on?
I told you I'm a herbalist. I make potions, I read books, and they thought I was a witch because of it.
Herbalist or alchemist?
Herbalist. I collect plants. I study them. That's it.
Lady, you gotta pick simpler words for simpler minds. Just say you're a healer.
Yes, I'm a healer. I
Good.
help those in need.
They'll get
Where
that
do you
next time,
live?
hopefully.
I live in Barovia. the village, just down the way.
Do people know you in there?
Many do.
Okay, I lied about this witch, so I think you cannot return there.
Where do I go?
If you live in Barovia, what are you doing 9 miles out here?
They know that there's the gallows down here, and they dragged us here. They dragged me here.
You can
We
come with us
are
to where we're
headed
headed to.
we are headed
Wallachia.
to Balaki. If you need a company to travel there, we. I mean, it's just safer to travel in groups around this part.
I suppose I can come with you, and seems better than going back.
Trust me, it is.
So is it against the law of the land to practice herbalism?
No, but with the burgomaster dead, many in town taken to policing themselves. They see me as a threat.
So if you practice these same things that you do in other towns, there won't be an issue, right?
I hope not. This is all I know.
I mean, if you like simple living and flowers, well, you know a guy that lives under a bridge. I genuinely think if you move in with him, that would be the best situation for everyone involved.
He's 6 men short of a childhood movie, but I think we'll be good.
Yeah,
Wait.
but you forget that is really close to Barovia.
That's all right. They only come out to hang people, and you just go under the bridge and don't let them see you.
I'll seek out this man. He said he's near a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, halfway between here and Barovia, so 4 miles from here, 5 miles from Barovia is a bridge, and under that bridge lives a man that picks flowers. Just be real gentle when you approach him, because he's pretty innocent.
Well, I appreciate you saving my life. I don't have anything to pay you with, but
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Are
thank
you
you.
gonna make it there safely?
I'd rather take my chances with the wilds than with those people.
Okay, well, here's a knife. I'm gonna hand her the same knife I handed the other girl to get back to the village that she gave me back. And I'm just giving this knife to everyone that needs to get through the wilderness.
Oak them with
Do
the
you want
sharp
to go to the bridge or to Balaki?
Where do you think's safer?
Blocky.
Oh, the bridge for sure.
Not the bridge. You want to live under a bridge?
In a house with a wholesome gnomish man. Wait, how tall is the woman?
She's about 5'4".
Oh yeah, she'll fit in the
Bend
6 foot
over the
cube
rest
house.
of her
6
life.
foot tall, 6 foot wide. That'd easily sleep 3 in London.
Yeah, no, that's a sad life. Okay, let's take
It's
her
not
to
a
the
sad life. Compared to sending her to Valaki where she'll get accused of being a witch and hung again.
No, because she'll be smarter and not use big words like herbalist. She'll use healer.
Well, I suppose I can come with you to Valaki if you keep me safe.
I will untie her hands if they are not already.
Inns said he'd untie him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I ain't tied. Yeah, no, we're not walking around. We can't say we want to help her, but then keep her tied up. Like we gotta put
No one
aside.
said we were going to help her. Someone just started helping her.
Oh wait, I do want to leave I'm gonna ask you. Do these guys know how to read?
They didn't seem too bright.
I didn't think they were too bright. All right, never mind. I was gonna leave a note, but they might.
I don't
they're
think the
"You can't even read
direction
it."
I gave are too far off, so I think we should get moving before they return.
Shouldn't we find them though? Because they're just going to go lynch some other woman that you've now sent them after. That some innocent flower maid is going to go get hanged now. You've sort of
I don't
swapped
think
one
there's-
evil for another.
I don't think there's any lady collecting flowers in the middle of the woods.
Well, we also didn't think there was an herbalist out here. Like you sent them to kill a woman, and they're gonna go find and kill a woman.
I sent them to a place that doesn't exist.
It exists. There was a sign and a
How about
path
that?
to it.
We burn down their house and we head out. That sounds fun.
You know what? I think knocking down the gallows might be a good move. I don't know if any of them are smart enough to build a new gallows.
That works.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick the gallows and see if it falls over.
You kick it, and definitely you see some nails and screws come off. It would take a few more kicks to get it down. It's definitely just the rain and the weather, as well as not being taken care of.
Yeah, we all just like kick it twice.
Okay.
I will
With
look
that-
at Richie blast it.
Okay.
I will hit it once.
All you guys, it just caves in on itself. You see the center of this gallows just crash down into the center platform and breaks the wood as it's just kind of capsized over on itself.
Oh, I know what to do. I'm going to show you my top tier artwork. I get 2 big rocks and I put a log in between it and I point in the direction of the guys who left, and then we can leave, guys. Look at this message.
All right. And I would say, after that, as you guys are standing there, you can see now at this graveyard 2 figures moving amongst the graves, and their faces seem to be hidden by hoods and scarves. The first seems to be tall and lean, his movements quick and efficient. He works silently, digging into the ground with his shovel, his eyes constantly scanning for any signs of danger. The second is shorter, stockier, his moves more cautious. He glances over his shoulders as if expecting to be discovered by any moment.
Were
I
they
think we should
there
fear
before?
the grave robbers as well.
Hmm?
Do you guys think we should interfere with those grave robbers as well?
Why couldn't they be gravekeepers?
They're not gravekeepers. Look, that guy.
The grave killers.
Suspicious.
But yeah, we'll just keep heading on.
Okay. As you guys are headed down the crossroads a little bit further, through the fog you make out a figure. Its form shrouded in mist and shadow. As it draws closer, the details become clear. It's a skeleton dressed in a suit of rusty armor and carrying a faded banner in its bony hand. The skeleton rides atop a skeletal horse, its rib cage exposed and its empty eye sockets staring into the distance. The horse's hooves clatter against the cobblestone, echoing the fog like the sound of death itself. The skeleton rider and its mount move with a slow and measured pace, as if they have all the time in the world. They are ghostly and otherworldly, a haunting presence in this eerie landscape. They come to a halt, and the rider points his banner to the west, as if commanding you to go there. He raises the banner, and they resume their haunting pace. The fog swirls around them, concealing them once again. They disappear into the mist, leaving behind only the memory of the eerie presence and the faint sound of clattering bones. Lying on the ground where the skeleton rider came to a halt, you notice a small trinket. You swear it was not there before.
Ooh, look at this thing, and I'm gonna go and see what it is.
Okay. And you notice a small dagger.
Ah, replaces my knife.
Nice.
I'll pick it up. What you give, the world gives back.
And this is what you find on the ground there.
Does it have any script on it?
No, but it
Doesn't-
looks really nice.
Doesn't appear to be inscribed with anything.
What were we able to discern from the writer? There was not enough time.
Roll me a perception check. So you would notice on him that he's dressed in plate mail armor from a time long ago. The banner in which he was wearing or holding while in tattered bears a symbol of a dragon.
Hmm.
don't like this, guys.
I know who this knight is, and where it came from. Where did he point off
How
to?
do you know all
The other
this?
direction we weren't
It was-
going to hit?
It was west, but kind of northern west from where you guys currently are facing.
Can you point at the map? Just like, was it straight out into the woods, or?
I mean, from where you were, you couldn't tell. It just seemed to be pointing west.
Well, my cause here is to find this Order of the Silver Dragon. And this was
The order of the what?
the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Who are they?
They helped Barovia defeat the Turks when they were at war a long time ago, but Strahd exterminated them after they took sides with the Habsburg. That was the other leader of Barovia. And I don't know if any are left still, but I came here to investigate.
This apparition we just saw, do you think it's trying to guide us?
Well, either he's pointing to a battle long lost, or this is a sign.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, I would. I would definitely like to go after and see what was that rider pointing to. Was it to the battle or to where the current silver dragons resides? Is there any left?
I don't want to be left alone or behind, so I'll just follow.
Yeah, I mean, what we can do is we can go to where the rider was, walk in that northwesterly direction for like an hour, and if we don't find anything, we'll just turn back around. But I have a feeling he was gesturing like far. You know, he's on a horse. I think he's come a while.
Agree.
Okay.
Kevin, is there anything else that can be discerned from the dagger?
Not without spending a little bit more time looking at it.
Okay, I'll leave that to Raven.
I mean, it came from your silver dragon guy. If you want it,
How long will it take to inspect it?
It takes about an hour. I would say if you guys are following that path, I'd let you look at it at the same time.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So after traveling out for about an hour up the northwest direction, you don't notice much. It seems to just be leading towards something. You can begin to hear the sounds of what seems like a great waterfall of sorts way off in the distance, but it doesn't lead to anything immediate in that hour's time. And you start to think that maybe Raven was right, that they seem to be coming from a far off land, and perhaps they were pointing in that direction as a general cause to keep heading west, and maybe that's where to go. But you would know after spending a little bit more time with this dagger that it seems to be a vampire slayer in a way, as this magical dagger does an additional 1d4 radiant damage to vampires.
Wow. Should we go back to our main trail or commit to this sign?
No, I think Raven was right here. He's pointed off to a far away place that will take us off our current journey here with Irina, and we took upon this task upon ourselves to get her into the safety of Alaki, and I will not let that override my own reasons for being here.
Fair enough.
So,
Alright, so what do you guys like to do?
Backtrack.
Okay. So you guys spend about another hour backtracking, and I'd say at this point it's definitely getting late into the day as you left pretty late into the not into the afternoon, but probably around the start of the afternoon when you initially had left Barovia. So it's probably about 1 p.m. and you get back to where this initial crossroads is. And the grave robbers they no longer seem to be there. As it's just you guys with a broken down gallows. So you're at this crossroads.
Kick it again.
Okay. So what would you guys like to do?
Would it be exhaustion if we head towards the pool?
So it was 1 hour there, 1 hour back, about another. Because you guys took a short rest right before you got here, but it was another 2 miles to get there. So yeah, I would say that if you guys don't take a short rest, like at this spot, it would be a level of exhaustion to continue onward.
Yeah, we'll hang out at the kicked over gallows because we kind of want to maybe catch up with the peasants that we sent on a wild goose chase anyway.
Okay.
I want to ask something about this. It says, while the pseudo dragon is within 10 feet of its companion, the companion shares the pseudo dragon's magic resistance. Does that mean while the pseudo dragon is close to me, I have magic resistance?
Whatever the magical resistance is on the pseudo dragon, that's how I'm reading it. You also would have.
It says advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
I don't think it has any. Wait, yeah, that's how it'd be.
Yeah, because the thing only has like 2 hit points and 10 AC, so something will just kill it and then it's gone. But
Right now,
it can do something quite good.
Okay, keep it alive, I guess.
No, put it in your backpack.
Is he immune in my backpack?
I wouldn't say he'd be immune.
I don't think he wants to be in there anyway.
Oh, like a chihuahua, come on.
Like Paris Hilton. All right, so what are you guys doing during this short rest?
I'm going to look for some herbal flowers, those little white ones, but I'm not going far, I'm never going more than like 40 feet from the group.
Okay.
I'm going with Raven. How much survival do you have?
Let's have a look. A little bit.
Are you not allowed to tell me?
I'm 20% better than the average person. Fuck's sake.
It's a +2. All right, I will go with you to help you search for flowers. So if you're gonna roll for a survival check, you'll have advantage. I believe that's how it works.
You're gonna search for flowers
Together.
without the herbalist.
Have we got a herbalist?
Oh shit, we have a herbalist with us.
I thought she just processed flowers into potions. I didn't think she...
Well, she also said that she read up on them and would know of what you guys are finding.
Okay, we're going with her too.
Okay.
If she wants to come along, we're not going to like...
Come along or we'll kill you.
That's it.
So I'd say searching for a little while. You guys don't find any of those white flowers, but you do find this pale beige yellow branch with sharp spurs that to a distracted or foreign eye often look like bones. These plants are incredibly dense and they seem to be kind of all over the place as you find a bone briar bush.
Wow.
Oh, heck. I love these things.
You know where are these for?
She says to you that if successfully harvested, these branches can be used as a construction material similar to bone, with equivalent hardness and weaknesses.
That could come in handy. I mean, why not? I will try to take one.
Okay. You need to roll me a nature check.
Nature.
Okay. So that says you reach down into this brush. You can notice a little bit more that the leaves are small and deeply serrated. Tiny flowers bloom through them, and they are definitely in more shady areas of the forest. But I'd say you're able to get a couple bits of these little flowers that are there.
All right.
Yeah, I added all these plants in here because last campaign, what's his name?
We don't know his real name. It's just
Yeah,
Saltfire,
Cedric.
Aether, Cedric.
Yeah,
Cedric, yeah.
Cedric was always trying to freaking harvest shit. But you should have it now.
I do.
Okay. But that seems to be most of the brush that's around this land. As you could just using some reasoning, you seem to think that a lot of these whiter flowers might grow near water. Because that
Right.
seemed to be where he was picking them from.
And if anyone else is not doing anything, I believe that's the short rest.
Okay.
Now we'll just talk to Irina about the gravestones. Is the distance here like it would be in reality? Would you be able to walk around and read the names, or is it far off the graveyard?
It's a little bit further. I can bring you to the battle map if you want to see what it actually would be
The
like.
battle map.
Who
Battle
knows?
map.
Aha. Yeah.
I summon undead. Oh wait, maybe we could fight the guys that were trying to
They're
hack
not there
the
anymore. I said that they were gone. Oh yeah, those
Yeah,
are
I
gone.
know. Could have fight them.
So you're just trying to tell what these nameplates are?
Yeah. And just ask her, Irina, or if Fence is with me, if they know any of the names of the graves. Who were these people? How long ago?
The Hans family. I grew up with him. His name was Bogan Hans. We went to school together, well, with what limited learning we could have. But he perished many years ago, when I was around 12 or so. And
So it's yeah.
go ahead. You first.
So the people that are buried here, they're not only people that gets to see their fate by being hanged. It's just Barovians in here.
Yes, many of the Barovians that are buried in the church back at town, they paid for sarcophagus or a resting place, but with how quickly the grave filled up, we've had to find other means for burying them. It's just people of town that have unfortunately fallen. But I recognize many of these people here. They were good people. At least many of the names, they've been here forever.
So is there any other significant name in any of the stones? Anything that stands out?
Maybe not significant to you, but the Valentina family, I was good friends with the sister. And I know that this is for her mother, who passed when I was young. But her father and her, they still live in the village.
Yeah. Not a happy place.
Graveyards often are not.
Definitely not. I think as we reminisce here and walk around. That would be probably it for the short rest for me.
Raven, did you head up to the graveyard?
No, I think I would have just stayed back with the rest and messed around with the bone bush that we collected.
Okay. All right. So you guys headed out?
Yep.
So you guys know, just based on the map, the way that it's laid out, you're about 5 miles or so from the pool. And the other map, you're about... Oh, whoopsie daddle daisy. Just based on the landmarks that are on the map, the other location is a lot further, just given the way that the symbols are. It'd be about 16 miles to the other location. So, at this fork in the road, what would you guys like to do?
Is this another short rest?
No, you guys just took one. This is basically like during the short rest. I'm assuming that that's what Iser and Irina would have been doing.
All right. Just continue.
Okay. Are you guys going right or left though?
Right towards the pool.
Okay.
The lucky.
So I would say after traveling for a few more miles, you would know that after about 4, you're feeling a little bit tired again. Your feet are starting to ache after a full day's of travel. Unless you guys wanted to push on further that last mile or so. But you'd have to... But we don't have to roleplay if you want to do another short rest.
Another short rest, or is it time to long rest?
No, because you guys can travel up to 24 miles in a day. And it hasn't been that much.
All right. Yeah, another short rest.
Okay.
Don't want to get exhaustion.
So after traveling a little bit longer after that, unless you guys wanted to do anything specific on this short rest itself.
Not me.
Not yet.
Okay. So you begin traveling for a little while, and you come across this site of what appears to be some sort of camp laid out. As it's become a little bit darker now, but you notice many of these tents surrounded by a lake, some sort of pool. But the lake seems to be surrounded by dense forest, save for a small clearing on the northeast side of the base. You guys just continue.
I will ask my pseudo dragon to communicate to me what does he see.
Are you sending them out then?
Yeah, just to fly a little closer, but not too close to not get into trouble.
Okay, roll me a perception check for him. You
With
should have.
advantage.
Yeah, you should. I was gonna say. That's bad luck. I'd say even with that, you can tell. He can tell that when he comes back to you, that there seems to be about. Can he talk to you?
He has.
So yeah, okay.
What is
okay.
it called?
Telepathy.
Limited telepathy. Like he can tell me numbers.
Okay.
Just for me. He can
Okay.
tell me numbers, sizes, if they're armed, things like that.
Okay. But he can't tell you like what numbers of like how many of something there is. He can just tell you numbers. Yeah, thank
This
you.
is what it says.
Let me read it.
Well, that's fine. You just asked a question. How many people
Oh,
are
yeah.
there? And he asked response in number.
Yeah, I would say so. Are you gonna ask him then? What kind of questions are you asking him?
I'm gonna ask him. How many do you see?
8.
What kind of activities are they doing?
Drinking, camping.
Are they armed?
Yes.
And I'm gonna communicate this information to my party members.
What was the colors of their robe, Icarus?
What colors were they wearing?
Blue.
He says blue.
That's good. Those are the good ones.
Yeah.
So I thought we were looking for their name again?
She
I
does
just
not have
forgot.
a name. The Vlaki?
No, the name of the group.
The Vistani is like
Vistani,
the people
Vistani,
that-
sorry. Yeah, the
Thank
Vistani, thank
you.
you.
Not
Yeah.
Polaki, yeah.
Yeah, Vistani, thank you.
So I thought we were looking for Vistani. Are these people not Vistani then?
Yeah, these are Vistani, but they're the blue ones.
So there are red and blue Vistanis.
Yes, we.
I
got
mean,
to know
they're
that
all
at the store.
Vistanis. It's just fashion trends between different groups of them.
They told us that in the store in Barovia a day ago.
So it's safe to approach.
It should be pretty safe, you know, as long as we don't do anything stupid.
I know we are looking for a woman that reads the cards.
I do think that someone should stay out of the camp with Irina. I don't think we should let the Vistani see her because they, you know, they travel, they buy, they sell information, people, stolen goods.
There is a very smart note. Ludwig, can you stay here and look for her?
Oh yeah.
What do you want Ludwig to do?
Stay with Irina
tell
and
him
not
to
come to the
stay with
Vistani
Irina,
camp. We
yeah.
don't want them to know that Irina is alive and with us.
We don't want
Okay.
them to see Irina.
Yeah, we're meant to be getting her to places safely, not taking her on fucking holiday.
All right.
Hey, I assume
So you guys-
there's people
So-
there. Cool.
While Ludwig stays behind with Irina, we are going to approach the camp. I think that's the plan. I'm sorry, I'm speaking for everyone.
No, it's good, yeah. Ludwig will wait with Irina and we'll all approach
Okay.
I agree.
slowly and with our hands not on our weapon.
Okay. The music, I wasn't able to load it into Foundry. It's on YouTube, but fuck it. What? I didn't expect you guys to get this far.
The music, like whistle it and we'll do it that way.
Whistle it? Oh, no, that's good.
Could you imagine?
All right, let me load you to the Google.
Can you send me the
Frog
link to the
and
music so I can put it on?
Yeah, I could do that. Well, it's actually a whole playlist on Spotify,
Ooh.
which I could stream. I could screen share it. All right, let's.
It's not the wrong screenshot.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Just don't mess this up. Here we go. Oh, that's Mac Miller I'm playing. There we go. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys approach in, you can see now as you get closer more of these people just sitting around this fire, dancing, enjoying themselves, having a good time. And as you approach, a couple of them come up to you. What are you doing here?
Right, we're
pretty-
just travelers passing through. Is it all right if we warm by your fire.
Should not be an issue.
That sounds fantastic. We are just looking for a safe place to spend the night.
We have plenty of tents. I'll have to get Madame Eva. She will be happy to meet you.
Very kind of you.
And you see, come up from one of these tents that's in the far east, this older woman. You can see that this look on her face. You can tell she's been through a lot. She's got kind of crow's feet, her face kind of drooping. You see on her head is this kind of reddish. I'll just show you the token. This woman comes up.
Is that the lady of the meme that it's been for 84 years?
I don't think so. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up who this is.
Is this William?
Who?
William from the Caribbean Pirates.
No, that's somebody else. I'm kind of bummed you didn't get that one. That one should be pretty obvious. Yes.
I gave it to you, man. I wrote it to you. Say it's fucking Brad Pitt.
Oh, fuck.
Because you
My
can
bad,
get the
I didn't see
inspiration.
that. I didn't see that.
Greetings, my children. I have been expecting your arrival.
Greetings. Have we met before?
No. Perhaps in a dream we have met.
Yes, we have.
So,
Were you the one
you
that
are.
sent us the cards?
I did. I trust you still have them.
I do.
Excellent.
Oh shit, was I meant to hold on to that?
Hold off on what?
Was I meant to hold on to that card?
Yes,
What is it that you gathered us for?
a simple reading of the cards. It shall reveal your fate.
Ants, are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
He's far
I don't
away.
want to be inside the place. How about this? You guys said that you got robbed last time. You don't want to test the food. You don't want to drink the tea. So I'm just gonna sit right here when shit inevitably hits the fan.
Okay. And you see now, around this fire, as this music kind of gets upbeat, you see many of these Vistani just dancing around the fireplace.
This is cozy.
Is it like a fun dancing or is it like a cult?
No, it seems to be fun dancing. You see them passing around this wine. They're drinking it straight from the bottle. It seems to be a great night.
I love the desperation of Bo. Like, no, it's not a cult.
No.
Everyone's happy. Everyone's having
Well,
a
I
good
want you,
time.
I want you guys to trust things. I knew that the robbing at the beginning was going to be rough because it's like, you got robbed. So God
wasn't
forbid you
robbed.
trust anybody.
I don't say
I
this
guess
word.
that's true.
Do you want us to show the cards?
Yes, if you come into my tent, I can.
So did you foresee the other three people that had cards dying? Because they're not going to make it.
Yes, this is the fates. They work in strange ways.
And you didn't send them like a warning. Like, look out, don't go in the house. You could have done that.
I could have, but the dreams are the warning.
And what about my friends I came in here with? Did they get sent cards too?
Do not worry. I can tell you of your friends.
Okay.
I'm just thankful that my dream didn't stay dead.
Where is the one with platinum hair?
I should get them. Give me just a second, and I communicate telepathically to my pseudo dragon to go get Ludwig.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave two girls in the woods. I thought Ludwig was gonna stand with them for a bit. Then when we got a caravan, I'd sneak them into the camp together.
So my pseudo dragon cannot talk to other people, but I
Yeah, I
guess
can. The way I read that.
Any creature within
Yeah.
100 feet.
can magically communicate simple ideas, emotions. Okay, yeah, I guess you would tell that with come.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be a simple enough idea. So you see Celia, Irina, and Ludwig come join in. Damn, this playlist kind of slaps, dude.
Can you
Kinda
cut
wanna
and
dance.
paste it because it's not playing for me? So
How? This has happened.
it says
Wait, why
stream
is...
applications
Yeah, it
missing
does,
sit
huh?
tight.
Hold up.
For it to sound, you have to stream the
Oh, I can't.
screen, not the application.
Yeah, thank
You
you.
could also do the Discord start an activity and like do a watch
Oh,
together.
shit,
But I think that might be YouTube only,
Do
not
what?
Spotify.
Yeah, well, hold up. Maybe I did the wrong thing. Because I know that if you stream the app on Spotify, it fucks up. You can only play like 30 seconds and then it shits out. Is it on there now?
I don't hear anything.
Really?
Ooh,
Wondered if
okay,
that's
you
something
hear
to do with-
something. It's just. gotta
Oh
turn
yeah,
it.
stream volume. Right click and then pull it up. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh my god. That was what I was trying to explain.
Oh,
Yes,
but now it says
I-
you've minimized your application.
What?
It is
Okay, let me... I can open it up on here. Un momento. This is good though. It gives me time to think.
Mhm.
Because I expected more at the crossroads.
You thought we'd get in a scrap with them.
Possibly. All right. Possibly. Why does it do that when I... Okay. Okay. Play it. Whoops. Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Can everyone else? I was just making that face, so I don't know.
Okay.
I won't join because I'm afraid my PC would crash.
It's just gonna shit out.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just send the link to Discord.
I have been exposed as a poor person because I don't have Spotify.
I think you still be able to play it. I think when you use free though, it just comes up with ads.
Oh, I'll see if my ad block is good enough that no, it says you have to download the app.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it says start listening with a free Spotify account, download app.
Those bastards.
And they're gonna trick me into downloading an app.
You're not gonna get me that easily. So as you guys are standing there, you see Ludwig, Irina, and Cecilia come up. Damn it, man. I feel like music is so important.
Ludwig is injured.
He is. I mean, well, I guess after the short rest, he'd be fine. You guys have taken 3 today. Okay. And I have my old lady voice going on the voice mod. Okay. Whatever. So, would you like to come to the camps?
Sure, yeah. I mean, this fortune telling thing, it's not gonna do anything bad, is it?
It's just a card reading. Tell you of your fates.
If that's gonna reveal why we were sent here, Might as well.
I agree.
Okay. Dude. Shit slaps. So you guys approach this tent, and you can see that inside of it seems to be some tables as well as some other things. And what happened to... Oh, here we go. As you look inside, you see that it's set up for some sort of reading. As I will bring
I wonder
you...
what kind of reading.
6 chairs. Is that the right number?
Yeah, because I thought Inns would be joining.
Oh, I was counting Irina and the random alchemist as well.
They're not. You see them just start...
Come on, let them have a little reading.
Come on,
Let
pull
them
up a
have
chair. You see him just
I see
get little
runes
shitty fold
here.
chairs.
I see answers and what was it called the other? Hagalas?
What?
The runes.
Oh man, I have no idea what those mean.
Hagalas, I believe, is destruction.
Okay. It's a little worrisome that you know that one pretty well.
Which rune points?
I believe this one. I'm not completely sure though.
That's Nordic.
I think that's just mountains because it's 2 triangles.
Hey, there you go. And the other one's half of a... what's that
That's a
candle
pipe
called?
This is a
Oh yeah,
That they
you're
use
right.
for-
It's
It's
the bridge we came across.
no, it's the 3 face. It's the mountain, the tree, and the water face, right?
You're a fucking genius.
Hagalas. Oh no, Hagalas is the ant. I mean, the one that looks like an ant.
Look at
Right.
the
Is it
size.
ant?
That
I know,
hot
it's
chocolate that
goofy.
you put me in front of. No, that's a raven-sized hot chocolate. Like, sign me up. I think if we doubled the size of our tokens, the map would be like the right size. Oh, they're growing. How are
They'll
you
get
growing
there.
them just by a little bit?
There's a module. There's an app
Oh,
for
shit.
that.
I normally double right click and then token scale, or is it scale? I think it's like height scale, width scale, and I just change it to 2. But this
I could-
like whole zooming one was quite fun.
As-
Okay, yeah, there's a rune, Perthrow.
But as you're sitting there, it says, "Adventurers from a far and distant place, your arrival to Barovia." And she would have said this to you outside. I also have something for you if you wish to join.
I want to be sitting here. Ah, no, never mind. Leave me. Next to the runes.
Aaron?
Hey, Aaron?
Aaron, you here?
Here, guys.
You want to join the table?
I'm on the table. Why am I not joined?
Because you said you were going to chill out there.
Oh no, you mean join? Okay, sorry. That's what I'm confused on. Here's the thing. It's not that like I'm not trying to like be a part of it. It's just that
You don't
we've been robbed and there's people trying to kill us. So I want to keep watch.
You
and not
weren't
be
even
a-
one of the ones that got robbed though, so you don't need to
No, but
worry.
you guys have said it, and we've already lost people here, and we know that people here isn't safe. So it's not that I'm trying to like not be a part of things, but I'd rather keep watch because I'm good at perception than possibly we get backstabbed. So that's that.
This is the lady that brought us together. I think there's nothing to worry about here.
Oh, it's not lady. Then. I thought this was like just some. Okay, then never mind. I'll join.
You have nothing
Sorry,
to
I'm not trying to be
worry.
like anti-join. I thought.
No, I
well,
get
just-
it. That's why I was saying earlier, like, it sucked that I robbed you guys, because it's like every little thing you guys are going to be like,
I don't want to
trust
get. My character sounds like, hey, you guys got robbed. I ain't getting robbed. Okay, I'm gonna be
I am
safe.
too cool for that.
Alright, but yeah, okay. Let's see. On the table.
But she begins saying, because there's actually music in here, so we can just listen on Foundry again. Adventurers from a far and distant place, Your arrival to Barovia was destined from the moments of your birth. Yet it is only now that you shall glimpse what may lie ahead. You are bound together in a common blood to see light restored where there is darkness. Let us see what the cards reveal. And you see these 5 cards laid across the table. And she looks across at this one that's on the west-hand side, nearest Raven and Ends. And you see her flip it over.
This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy.
Okay. Supposed to flip it over.
This
Oh, I
card
fucking did the wrong
tells
thing.
of
I see.
history. Knowledge of the
Holy
ancient
shit, this lady's senile.
will help you better understand your enemy.
We got 5 of the same card.
I recorded this shit on Audacity and with the voice mod, but then when I tried doing it again for later things, I couldn't get it down quite right. But so she reaches across and she pulls over this table or the card.
Ah, the 3 of Swords, the soldier card. Go to the tower in the snow. There is what you seek.
Oh my god.
The tower in the snow. Where is that though?
All will be learned in due time.
I mean, she doesn't know, guys.
And then she looks at the one that's kind of north right, directly in front of her face, and this is what she says.
This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope.
And she flips it over.
Yes, as I suspected, the 2 glyphs, the missionary card. A snow-covered graveyard entombs what you seek.
And she looks at the card in between Icarus and Izar, and you hear her say,
Card.
This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a
That card has to be
sword
my card.
of sunlight.
she flips it over.
Yes, yes, the 4 of Stars, the Abjurer card. I see a fallen house guarded by a great stone dragon. Look to the highest peak.
She looks at the card directly in front of Ludwig, and before turning it around says,
This card sheds a light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness.
It's obviously me.
Mysterious.
It's not me.
The Raven card. Not all is what it seems. She will reveal herself when the
So
time
means-
is right.
doesn't help that we have someone in the party.
Yeah.
It's alright, guys. I will reveal myself when the time is
When the
right.
time
If you
is
guys
right.
are like, we've already fucking found him. We know.
And now all that remains is the center card, and she begins to look it over before flipping it.
Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are
Hard to
beyond
lead us to anything.
mortality. This card will lead you to him. As expected, the Mist card. The cards cannot see where this evil lurks. The mists obscure all.
A bunch of cards, guys.
This will help you defeat your enemy.
Got some
Why
I
wood.
are you
really don't
helping?
mean to sound ungrateful, but do you have anything more specific?
The cards do not reveal all, as no one's fate is decided by cards, but they are used in a way that helps guide one to their destiny.
Okay, and to clarify, this the Raven card, is that me or is that someone else that's meant to help? Because I don't know if I'm capable of battling Great Darkness.
I guess we will learn in the right time.
I think it would be the Were-Ravens.
The Were-Ravens?
I've
Yeah, that was
heard
from my
about.
book.
Yes, your book, Isa. I know of this, and I know that you are searching for these Fanes. Let me tell you more. And she gathers up the cards on the table, and she sets out another set. Whoops. Alright, close enough. And as she lays out the cards, this is what she says to you.
Ah, young stout adventurers seeking knowledge of the legendary Fae. You seek the magic gems of the Fae, lost forever.
Oh, that
Perhaps
sounds
the
interesting.
cards will reveal a clue about their location if you are the ones meant to find them.
And she looks at the card in between Inns and Raven, and she says,
The green gem of the lovely forest Fae is strong with the spirits of the animals and birds. Let us see what the card reveals.
and she flips it over.
The raven. How interesting. Ghastly grim and
I was
ancient
gonna say,
raven
so-
wandering from the nightly shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Not all creatures are what they seem.
Because ravens are prevalent in the land, alright? Just
It's not all about you, man.
don't think about it too much. As she continues onward.
The red gem of the fabled mountain fae is powerful indeed. Let us see what the cards reveal. Ah, the Master of Stars, the card of a great wizard. Wise
That can't be one of us,
men
guys.
are not wise at all times. Seek the lone tower to learn the location of the red gem.
Let's go.
Why isn't it playing this? There we go.
The blue gem is rumored to be lost forever. Many have searched for, but to no avail. Tied to the swamp fae, it is said, and she too seeks it. To destroy evil's heart, you must find its counterpart. The last gem you seek, the road not for meek. Lost
My face
its
hops out of the
way
TV screen,
from its
guys. I'm gonna
fae.
punch it.
The card will tell where the gem fell.
And as she flips over the final card, she reads,
The druid card. I did not see it. A village in the mountain, long forgotten. An elder awaits to tell of fates.
Guys, that's for right now.
So now you have what you seek. But I see that there
a
is
lot- Yeah.
much troubling you.
There is a lot of information and many places that the cards tell us to go. Where should we go first?
I cannot tell you this. I can only tell you what the cards mean. That is what I see when I feel them. But she reaches out her hand to Iser and she says,
I see there is something troubling you. Please hold out your hand and let me see what I may see.
okay. And she says this to you.
Ah, yes. Find the dragon's keep. There is what you seek.
And she looks to you, Icarus, and says the same thing. Please hold out your hand to me.
I hold out my hand.
Okay.
Ah, you seek a temple in the snow-covered mountains beyond the Salinka Pass. Careful, all is not what it seems.
And she looks to you. Raven says, I know what you are looking for.
Yes, you seek your former party. One is near the grave, the other in a land where all is well. One in a tower, and another perhaps they fell.
Adventurer, as she looks to Ludwig. I know you are searching after someone that you long since lost. She holds out her hand to him and says this.
The path will not be easy, but look behind castle gates and learn of your loved one's fate.
She looks at Ends. A strange man. I know you have been here on this earth for a long time. But perhaps there is more story to be told. And she says this to you. And she reaches out her hand, hoping that you take it. Are you gonna take it?
Take
And
it.
A peculiar one you are. Perhaps you should seek out the Kresk. There is always a great story to be told there.
All right. Yes, I have consulted the cards, and this is what they have told me. If you seek them out, your fates will be made clear, and perhaps the evil will be rid from this land.
it is a little cryptic, but I think with some time of thought, we will be able to find our way to these places.
I sure hope, as I've spoken to many that have come into this land, but many were lost, as fate is not always what it seems. But please stay, drink, enjoy the night, as it is still young.
If fate has put the fate on us, fate put its faith on us. That means there's something we have to achieve.
This
Well.
leaves a lot of questions unanswered, and not much clarity.
Yes.
I could not make it easier with the cards. I'm not as powerful as I once was in my age, but I hope this will give you at least somewhere to look.
I have a question. Why are you helping us?
I have been here a long time. I've watched many come, I've watched many go, and I've watched even more fall to the darkness. I believe that it is time that some light be brought into this world. When I heard and learned of each of you, I saw something I have not seen in others. A drive, a force, a will to do what is right. And when the cards beckon and fate calls, I knew that I must at least try to get you here. And you answered fate's call, and that is why you are here. It was destined. But now it is your turn to finish Destiny's answer, or Destiny's call.
Your efforts will not be in vain. We will try our best.
Ah, excellent. And you see her.
Heard it, guys.
Go ahead. I love that. Everyone just tries at once. Go for it, Iser.
Yeah, we ask you for one thing that we are in need of. Safe passage to Valaki. Is there anything you can help us with?
Nowhere is safe here, only safer. Perhaps if you speak to Dorak, he could maybe grant you a carriage and some horses, but it would not be wise to leave at night at a time like this, as it is now late.
Well, I have
You heard her, guys. Night is young. Enjoy, and we will depart tomorrow morning.
So you guys exit in the tent.
When the lady is no longer around, I'm gonna tell the group. Some of the cards spoke of some hidden power beneath many places scattered around these parts. Some in temples, others in towers. I suggest we go for those places first. The more capable we become, the easier the road ahead will be.
You might as well start buying a shovel.
I have a shovel.
Got this.
believe those
Are we
may
gonna
be
go
the most
treasure
difficult
hunting?
tasks.
I was gonna say we're gonna go treasure hunting.
That's the spirit.
This music that's playing is from Skyrim, right?
I believe it is.
It definitely sounds like Skyrim. This sounds like the loading screen music.
If it's not, maybe it's Oblivion.
Like I'm like 90% sure this song plays while you're making your character in Skyrim. Anyway, not important. So what would you guys like to do as you're exiting the tent?
Can I ask?
Oh wait,
if
can I
you
tip her a
keep
gold
the-
coin?
4 people all want to do something.
Go ahead, Ents.
You want to tip her a
What?
gold coin?
Yeah, I'm gonna tip her a gold coin.
Toss a coin to your Witcher. Oh, Valiant.
I have no need for your gold. Keep it. You will need it.
Can I take a gold coin from you then? I mean, if you had no value for money, I'll take any of you guys at spare.
And she reaches deep into her pocket and she pulls out a gold coin for you.
Okay, thank you. It's the questions you ask, guys, not the questions you don't.
What
All
were
right.
you trying to say, Raven?
Oh, could I keep the card that has my name on it? Like, because I lost my card.
I suppose.
Nice.
Nice, sick. Yes.
I genuinely don't. I remember you saying, like, at some point in your life you were given a card. It never ended up in inventory, and at some point I'm like, they just wouldn't have that anymore.
Are you sure?
You definitely told me what it was, and then
It's when you imported.
I will.
I added it to your
I
sheet.
have
don't know.
5 candles right now. Outside of the tent, I will place the candles, light them with. Well, I guess I steal one of the candles, and then, or I stick with fire and then light them, and draw a pentagram between the candles, and then sit in the center of it, kind of meditating, to see if I can get any message from Levistus.
Okay. Roll me. Did you roll already? Roll me a religion check.
All right.
You get nothing. You don't feel any kind of energy.
5 candles wasted.
Well, they're not wasted. Just blow them out.
I mean, they burn for an hour. I don't think a ritual like that will last any show.
Well, I'm just thinking. You know, candles typically have a lot of wax. Do you have to spend an hour on it?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I don't think so, because most of the time people just pray.
All right, I will keep them, but next time I use them, I will remove them.
Okay. All right. As you guys get out of the tent, you see dancing around the fire now, kind of in this style where everyone's just kind of holding hands and dancing back and forth. You see Cecilia, you see Irina. They seem to be enjoying themselves. You actually see a smile come across Irina's face as she seems to be enjoying herself.
I guess this place isn't too bad. Some people are having fun there, so I was paranoid for nothing.
Just don't drink the wine.
But I would say that's probably a good place to call a session. As it's
It
almost
is.
5.
I'm
I know it
scrolling
started a
before
little
food and
later.
stuff.
But great session, guys.
Riches of everyone and everything.
Same.
Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah.
I wonder
that's
what's
sweet.
gonna.
Thank you for DMing. Great session. Like,
I wonder how many of the cards are gonna play out though. That's gonna be interesting.
every
There wasn't-
single one of them, because we're gonna do all the side quests until we've done every card.
we haven't. I mean, there wasn't combat this session, but it was really good anyways, because a lot was revealed, and now we have a bunch of objectives to go to.
Very true.
It was
Onto the
awesome.
ground adventure, guys.
Alright, Mom's calling, so I should attend to that call. So I will hop off. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you both for DMing.
Hi, have a good one.
See you all soon. Bye bye.
See you guys.
See ya.
Darren. That was a hell of a session.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hopefully the card reading went okay.
Yeah. It's just gonna.
Yeah, it was really good. Genuinely, when you started playing the recordings, I'm like, oh shit, I wonder what like Patreon thing they subscribe to, or like what kind of thing they bought this from. And then you're like, I made this on Audacity. I'm like, fuck off, did you? And then I really listened. I'm like, oh yeah, I can kind of hear it.
Yeah.
So well done on that. It's fully like professional quality.
All right, time
The amount of notes from today is insane.
I bet,
Absolutely
yeah.
insane, man. It's like this is gonna be 2-3 hours worth of work just to get everything. That's gonna be awesome, man.
Sweet.
That's cool, man.
Time to teach myself Pathfinder. It's like I don't want to do that.
I'm sorry.
I really don't. I don't want to do that. It doesn't sound fun to me.
Let's say it's Pathfinder. It's just very similar to something else.
Oh Lord. What's going on? Oh, it's okay. I see. Oh, I see.
It's too bad Ludwig wasn't here.
Rest in peace, Ludwig.
He'll be back. It does suck
I
though.
don't
He
think
didn't.
he will look through the section. That's why it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but I'm sure everyone when they miss, they watch the recaps, right?
I didn't watch the recap, but I read the recap post.
I gotta write that too. Those take a while. I'm not good at writing.
It's a lot of effort. You don't have
I
to
enjoy
do
it though.
that.
Just transcribe the session, man.
To be fair, you can actually upload the audio of the thing